You know, I've been using this for a day or two, and I kind of like the device that I have in my hand here. It vapes really well. Hey folks, it's good to be with you. It's Richard here, and I've got this device courtesy of Rokok Elektronik Vapor John for the sole purpose of this review. Thank you very much, John. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. He's a seller on Facebook, so he's got this device priced between 300 to 400 ringgit. I'm not sure of the exact pricing, but it's around there, I should think. It's definitely below 500 for sure. And in US dollars, this would work out to be about 100 US dollars. So especially with the US currency that's just gone up, so Americans would find it cheaper to shop in Malaysia, and for that you'd have to write to Vapor John and see if he does international orders. I'm not too sure about that, if he does mail orders, you know, international wise for other countries. Well, this is it. This is the second zero clone that's come out of China. The first zero clone is by a company called Yosen. It's a 30-watt device, which was a bit of a disappointment for me because it was overpowered and some other nitty stuff as well. This is a 50-watt device, uses an SX300 chip. This is by Hotcig, and that's what we're going to check out. We're going to get into the close-ups. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, give you some product features. Then we take it up close and personal. Then come back, we're going to vape on it. I'm going to give you my 2 cents worth. So let's check out the Zero SX clone by Hotcig. Alright, the first thing I'm sure you want to know is how close is this clone to the authentic version, and to put it in a nutshell, I don't know. I've never had the chance to hold or to vape on an authentic, you know, zero mod before, because it costs too much and the waiting list is forever. Alright, I heard it costs like 7 or 8 times more than the clone version in the 2000 range bracket, or in ringgit that is, you know, so no way, Jose, I'm gonna get the authentic. So we're gonna talk about this clone. This clone is by Hotcig. It's the SX clone, and it runs on a Yihi SX300 chip. All right, so again, there's also speculation if the chip in here is the real deal. And again, I'm going to tell you, I don't know as well, because I'm talking to you on an ordinary Vapor Joe's point of view. It looks real to me, and it vapes good so far. It's not overpowered or anything like that, so I have no complaints about it. You know, what we're going to do is get into the close-up. I'll let you have a look at it, and you'll have to find it out for yourself. But I do think it's the real Yihi SX300 chip in here. This is a variable wattage device, not a voltage device, and this fires up from 7 to 50 watts. All right. The minimum resistance for this is 0.3 ohms all the way to 3.5 ohms. So the sweet spot for you to have your coil in will be in the region between 1.3 1.5 ohms. All right. Uses a single 18650 high drain battery. So recommended, use VTC4, use VTC5, the LG HE2, or even the Samsung 25-hour batteries. Those are good. All right. The body is made from stainless steel. It's got a nice, very soft brushed satin kind of look on it, stainless steel. And it comes with a nice 510 spring-loaded brass pin. That's what I like about it. Not like the old one where you have to make the adjustments and all that. So this one, you pop in any addy and it'll sit flush. All right. So enough talk. Let's hit the close-ups right now. Come back. We're gonna vape on it again. I'll give you my 2 cents worth and talk more about it. Catch you later. You have this box that it comes in, an all black cardboard box. Open up from the sides here, and you have a micro USB charger that comes along with it, and of course an Allen key. And this Allen key is to open up the device. It also has a 90-day warranty, so I suppose if you want to use this Allen key to open up your device, use it within the 90 days frame, and then take it back to the shop and say, I don't know what happened. I'm just kidding. Alright, so do not use the Allen key because it'll void your warranty. What else do we have in there? And it comes also with this paper instruction guide, or rather not so much instruction and also product features, battery not included, and things you should know about, the specifications of the device. And you see this highlighted pink here that was done by me just to make sure I take a note of some of the specifications I need to highlight to you. We're just going to put this aside. All right, and we have the device in a bubble wrap, comes in stainless steel finish all round. Taking a look all around, we have here of course the sleeve here, and this is the front of how it looks with the Zero SX clone logo engraved on it. I'm going to just bring it up closer for you. It just says Zero, and there's that slight X on top. Basically that's the logo, and you've got this LED light here to show you while you're charging. When it's charging, it turns red, and when it's full, it turns green. Here's your micro USB charging port. You have your main screen here, and you have your firing button here, which is kind of clicky. Alright, turning around, you see this nice stainless steel finish, Zero, the word engraved on it, or more like a laser edge engraving. Okay, and you have your top cap here, which has got your 510 connecting pin, which is also a floating pin made of brass, or what they call as a 510 connecting electrode, which means the same thing. It's a connecting pin here. If you press it, it moves up and down, so that's spring loaded for you. You have your Allen key here for you to remove this section, I suppose, or the insides, the guts and all that, but I wouldn't advise you to do that this side. This is the Allen key, alright, so it'll void your warranty. This is a tiny little brass screw here that connects your battery inside, and without that little brass screw, it's not going to work, this mod. So don't lose this small tiny little brass screw. It doesn't come with a spares bag, alright? There are no spares for it. Okay, so that's how it goes. To remove the cover, all you got to do is just hold this section, pull hard, and it comes off. And put this aside. We're going to take a look at the mod inside itself. This is made of wood now instead of fiber board. You have your little key here, which you could take out now and unscrew this tiny little screw here. If you're outside and you want to remove your batteries and change batteries, so to speak, you could remove that. Like I said, this is a small tiny piece, so please don't lose this, okay, because it'll make contact with your battery and this becomes your negative. This is the wood here, which is a little bit, it's got it's not really like in a straight line, it's cut, and it's got some, you know, dents here and there like this one. I was trying to get my thumb and my index finger to get a good grip on the battery. I kind of like frayed this, and I pulled out the whole entire fray here that was coming out, and I used a cutter to actually just shave it off, shave it a little bit lower. So this is your connecting pin here, your contact point here for your positive contact point, which is in copper. Okay, to put in your battery, this is a Samsung 25-hour battery. Just slot it in. It should go in perfectly. Some will come in extremely tight. Once you push it in, you can't get it out. If you want to, maybe before you put in, shave this off a little bit. I mean, nobody's going to see this once you put your sleeve back on. Alright, so the positive is on top, negative at the bottom. Then you have this little tiny screw here. You want to just place it on top and use a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and just tighten it back to the negative of your battery. Alright, once you've hand tightened it, it will not come off. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, you get your sleeve back. There's a little manufacturing date sticker here. Sorry, forgot my little small mini screwdriver, which what makes the Zero mods very unique. Okay, so once I've got this back in, slip it in. Alright, just before I show you how to work this, there's a little slight gap I forgot to show you here along the edges, but it's not a big issue, I suppose. If I press it down a bit, it's perfect. Alright, so just to let you see the difference between the Zero mods by Yosen and this, in terms of size comparison, this is slightly shorter than this by about 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters, okay, side by side. And in terms of width is also slightly smaller than this. Okay, this has got a wider section. This is slightly smaller. Alright, so basically this sleeve is not going to fit this mod here either way around, because it's 2 millimeters shorter, alright, for the zero mod. In terms of weight, this is lighter, surprisingly, by 1 gram compared to the zero mod by Yosen. Alright, so once it's done, I'm going to bring it closer and show you how to work the screen. Alright, this is your firing button, stainless steel firing button. 4 clicks to start it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 clicks, sorry, 1 click too little. And it says Hotcig SX300. And then you click it one more time, shows you the wattage. Here you have your battery voltage, okay, and your battery icon to show you your battery is full, your resistance, and real-time volt. Alright, so if you have, let's say I'm going to put in an atomizer. Alright, take this out, and click it on. 13.8 watts, okay, out 4.3 volts. This is a fresh battery, and 1.3 ohms. This is your real-time volts here, and if I click the firing button, that is going to start dropping. Okay, as you can see, it starts dropping. Alright, so that's how it works. And to get inside to actually just control your watts, 5 clicks again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get into the wattage. Right, so if you tilt it this side, it's going to drop. And to increase it, you tilt it this way, your volt starts going up. Can you see that? That's the way that it is done. That's all it controls. Okay, click it one more time, exit, click it another time, it turns off the system. Alright, so that's your watts again. Click it one time to exit the screen, and to confirm your settings, you just tilt it, goes back to your main screen. To lock it, you click it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is to lock, another 4 times to unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's unlocked. That's it. Alright, just back from the close-ups, and we saw it up close and personal. Now I'm going to give you my 2 cents worth and tell you what I think about this clone, the Hotcig SX clone that I have here. Okay, so I wouldn't even consider these thumbs down or things that I don't like, but probably you have to get around it, okay? Starting with things like the wood cover that you see inside here, if it's not straight or anything like that, like I did, you know, I took a cutter out and shaved the sides because it was kind of tight to get the batteries out. I shaved it a little bit deeper so that, you know, I can get my thumb and my index finger to get a really good grip of the battery and pull it out. So I don't consider that an issue. Even if it's a little bit crooked, it doesn't matter, because once I've slot in this, nobody's going to look at it. Alright, so besides that, the battery compartment, we've got the gravity sensor. Again, that is like getting used to, you know. I've not been used to these kind of gravity sensors, kind of devices. This is my first one, in fact. So initially I found it a little bit, I wouldn't even say annoying, it's kind of troublesome to click and then go in there, tilt it, and wait for the watts to go up or go down. Alright, so but as you get used to it, you know, it comes second nature to you. Besides that, what else? You can't swap these covers for your Yosen clone. Can you blame Hotcig? I mean, it's only business. Don't take it personal, you know. I mean, there's money to be made here from Hotcig. If they were to come up with the exact fit as the Yosen clone, then you'd be swapping these covers. You know, they won't get to make extra cash out of it. But if they come up with their own covers because of the size difference, then Hotcig makes more money, and then you go buy their covers. That's them for you. Besides all that, there's really nothing wrong with this. I like the vape, at least it's not overpowered like the Yosin clone. You know, that is like overpowered between 3 to 5 watts like that. Somebody even commented when I did the review of the Yosin clone to tell me that's overpowered, which I could feel it because when I vaped on it, it just burnt my cotton. You know, on other devices that I have box mods, I vape at 13 watts, I have no issues. So every time I want to vape on that, I got to set it 3 to 4 watts lower. With this, I have no issues. It goes in line with all the other devices as well. I'm going to take a vape now. And also what I noticed is there's no lag time. As you click it, you don't have to wait for 1 second before it fires up. This one, straight away, immediately. Alright, so these are the things that I really like about it. Oh, and one more thing, the spring-loaded brass contact pin, that is a stellar, because I can screw in any ATI, a gripper, or whatever I have on it, and it sits flush. So is it worth your money? Of course it is. I mean, thinking how a Chinaman thinks, for $300-400, if it lasts me for a year, I've got my money's worth, so I'm fine with it. Well, again, the decision entirely is up to you, alright? So in my case, I'm going to take one more vape, I'm going to wrap it up. Until I talk to you again, happy holiday season and have a great week. Bye for now. Cheers.